Hi and welcome to Scott's Inverts. I'm Scott. These are the inverts we recently paired at a.germani, and I'll link that video at the end of this one. There is also a care video that I've done on this species as well, as which again will be a clickable link at the end of this video. This is the girl that we've paired, and now we needed to move her from the enclosure that she was in into this one, but I'll explain that as we set her up and do that all important rehouse. And then towards the end of the video there is a bonus rehouse of that a.germani that was left at the abandoned house, the one that was covered in tons and tons of mould. We move her into a new enclosure as well. So we're rehousing this one, videoing it a little bit differently. There is a drainage layer down the bottom, about ½ inch if that, followed by about 3.5 to 4 inches of substrate, giving our spider enough room to create a tiny little burrow down the bottom. That substrate, as you can see there, let me just zoom in a little bit on it, is about 75% potting compost and 25% the Irish peat moss. And look at all those little bits and bobs and fibres in there. Should have a whale of time digging down into that. Now the enclosure is a Komodo. It is, I think it's a 20 tall by 10 across, 10 back. So it's ideal really for our spider to be going in there and potentially dropping that sack. Now this is the one that she was in. As you can see, plastic container, and there she is looking absolutely beautiful. Now the reason I wanted to put her in here is because this is glass. You can easily see the spider, so as soon as she lays an egg sac, we shall know about it, because this is the spider that we also paired up not so long ago. So we are expecting an egg sac in the next couple of weeks. So what a more perfect time to rehouse her than now. Get it done quick before we get even closer to that all important due date. Now that huge water dish down there in the bottom right hand corner, I'm just going to fill up now, is not just to supply our spider with water. What that will also do is increase the humidity in our enclosure, making her think that she's in that rainforest and it's hammering it down with rain, and now's the perfect time to lay that all important egg sac. So I am going to fill it up with water, as you can see there, and overfill it. Now the reason I'm overfilling it is to get that water down to that drainage layer. So if I do for some reason forget to spray the enclosure, there is still enough water down in that drainage layer to come up through the soil and carry on giving all that important moisture out in towards our spider as well. So here she is, looking as stunning as ever, absolutely beautiful. Now I know this spider really well. I have been studying her and watching her movements. She's not as feisty or or easily jumps as most of these spiders in this genus actually do. This one's really calm, and it's the only way I can actually get away by rehousing her, by simply pulling out the cork bark with her on it. Now I do not advise you do this at home. I advise that you use catch cups and protect yourself and protect your spider all means. But look how beautiful she is. She is a little bit of an awkward position. I do want to push that cork bark down into the substrate so we can get it a bit in a better position, let's say. But I'm just going to put that lid halfway across the enclosure in case she decides to bolt. Then we have got a little bit of protection there as well. So I'm going to turn it round. What I really want to do is get this cork bark up in that corner, and that'll be absolutely perfect. And look, she just ran up then. See, any other a.germani would have just gone flying out of the enclosure, and then you probably would never see it again. I'm very lucky with this girl to have a very relaxed spider. Very lucky indeed. She's moving around a little bit. If she comes off there, there we go. Now hopefully we can push that down into the substrate. If she goes behind it, that'll be absolutely perfect, because I can carry on pushing it down, and then we can add some more moss and a little bit more substrate towards the back right hand corner. So she's just climbing up that wall. So while she's there, we shall push that cork bark down into the position that I want it. And as long as I'm slow and gentle, our spider shouldn't move anywhere. But what really I should have done was set this enclosure up beforehand, got our spider in a catch cup and rehoused her that way. I just wanted to show you kind of what else goes on behind the scenes, and keep this channel kind of real, as opposed to keep showing you catch cups when we don't always necessarily use them here. Again though, I do advise you guys at home do, and our spider is just there. Is it going to squeeze its bum through that hole? No way. Go on girl, those little fangs there and the pedipalps. My God, these are a beautiful spider. Ah, there she is, looking absolutely stunning, face down, bum up. That's the way she likes to chill. And there's all that moss that we've put in there additionally, as well as that few little pieces that we had in there at the start as well. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is that one rehoused. And there she is again, face right down. Look, she's started to create a little burrow there already. She's only been in there kind of 30-45 minutes and she's already dug a little way down into there. That is absolutely awesome. And if you can see her bum there, you see when I said she looked gravid? She certainly does. Fingers crossed she does drop an egg sac and we get those all important babies. That would be absolutely magical. There's all that moss that we added in, just lightly kind of, cheeky little bugger, look. Didn't get eaten, so just chilling out in the moss. But I'm sure she will get that female dubia a bit later on. But all that moss does is, again, just to help hold that moisture. This is the Chiliabrachius huhani, the mould enclosure from that abandoned house there where we rescued all those spiders. I say rescued, we rehomed them because they're all in good condition, weren't they, to be fair. Before you ask, none of them are going anywhere. They're with me for life. But this is the dried up enclosure that's full of mould, and we're going to put her into this, I think it's about 8 tall by about 5 across maybe, tarantula room enclosure. Magnetic lid, making it very, very easy just to pop on, pop off. Look at all that substrate, and I really like this idea of having the 2 ventilation holes on the sides as well to aid it, to stop it getting that mould. This one's probably going to be in there maybe 2-3 molts, and then we'll be putting her into a forever home. But yeah, for now, absolutely perfect. But she's in there, start a burrow, creating just one little finger for this one. That's all we need. Hopefully she'll find that and she'll utilise that. Water dish in there again, just a small one. But this is the old enclosure, so giving her a lot more room, a lot more depth to play with, more space to go and have fun, and to do a lot of webbing. So there's our spider, magnification ×3 there, right down in her little burrow. Absolutely awesome. Now this is my almost like a cheap way of getting spiders out. So we turn that one upside down in a bigger Paraplast tub. And boom, look, just look right there. That is absolutely perfect. But all I want to do now is find a little plastic straw and just slowly and gently start breaking that up. So then we can hopefully get our spider out and rehoused in a jiffy. But just look at all that mould. I mean, I know people say there's mould in burrows and all the rest of it, but is there, I mean, does it damage our spiders? Does it not? Nobody can say for sure. I think when it's kind of that type of a mould that you can see there, I think I'd rather just take it out. But there's a little spider there, so I'm just trying to make it awkward. I'm not poking her, I'm not prodding her, I'm just trying to make her feel awkward around the ground that she stood on, so she wants to move, and she's gone straight in. Absolute star. What I do like about the huhanis is 1, the colour, and 2, those legs always seem to be a little bit longer on the huhanis than what they do on the majority of the spiders. Now you're probably thinking, how the hell are we going to get this one into the enclosure? Well, she can climb plastic, so fingers crossed, if we turn this catch cup upside down, she will actually stay hanging upside down. So if you do it nice and slowly, yeah, she did. Awesome. And I'm just going to push that into the soil a little bit, so when she does come down to the floor, she can't escape nowhere. Just move that around a little bit, make it a little bit uncomfortable in there, and she just wants to stay there. So what we'll do is leave her like this and come back to her in about an hour, and we did, and she's down on that floor. So we can remove the catch cup and just look how stunning these are. Even as grown on slings, they're a beautiful, beautiful spider. Chiliabrachius huhani. Just going back to the Amazonius germani, if you want one of those guys, check out Spar Spiders. Spar Spiders are going to be getting those in the next couple of weeks. So if you want one of those, head over to their sparspiders.co.uk. The rehouse are just absolutely stunning, as adult females are also such a beautiful spider. If you haven't got a chilibrachius in your collection, I highly recommend you do get one of those. Old world, what are you doing? That dubia was supposed to be eaten, and now, no, it's drinking the oh my god. It was drinking the spider's water, and now it thinks it's a water boatman swimming on its back. I suppose I better go in and save it, even if it is only temporarily saved until our spider finds it and has a good chow down, let's say. Oh my god. And the spider doesn't touch it. They're literally just sitting next to each other like little buddies. Boom! So that was the rehousing of our Amazonius germani, and as promised, there will be just here a couple of links. One to that rehousing video, the pairing video, sorry, and then one to also that lovely care video that we did about a year ago. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful species, a.gigas, a.gigas. These guys are, as you've seen, are absolutely beautiful. They are one of the fastest tarantulas out there, so do not rehouse how I did. Get those catch cups out and use those. But I really wanted to get across, like, sometimes we don't always follow that rule book. Sometimes it goes well, and sometimes it ends up with the spider being loose and spending several hours trying to catch it. But I don't want to kind of keep telling you guys I use catch cups all the time and paintbrushes and this, that and t'other, when in reality we don't always follow our own rules. So I just wanted to kind of keep it real and show you guys kind of what else we get up to. I mean, I do know this spider really, really well. I have watched her characteristics and I have studied her over the course of a month, maybe 6-8 weeks, to gauge her temperament, see how she feeds, see how she feels and all the rest of it. And I'm really lucky that she's not a flighty spider. She's not very defensive. She's more chill than what this actual genus is actually normally like. Normally they will take off like an absolute rocket, so please bear that all in mind. And then obviously we had that cheeky chilibrachius rehouse from the abandoned house rehouse as well. That spider will be in there for a couple more molts, and then we'll upgrade again, and hopefully we can get a load of these type of tanks just here so we can get it all symmetrical behind us. But I've been keeping spiders a long time. To get all glass tanks, to get them all matching, takes a lot of money, and for a lot of us it takes a long time as well. So that will come eventually. There certainly is no rush, and there's certainly nothing wrong with Baroplast as long as it's ventilated correctly. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've not subscribed, remember to hit that subscription button, and if you like this video, drop us a like and a comment down below as well. And as always, we shall see you again on the next one.